Okay, hello everyone. We are back with Division 2 action from Monza. I'm your co-host, Crash McQueen, and my co-host, of course, is Elma Jacko. So why don't you say hi, Jacko?
Hi, Jacko.
You love doing that, eh?
I do.
Yes. All right.
I do. Hi, Crash. I'll do it properly.
Yeah,
How are we
yeah.
this week?
All right, you got it out. You got it out. Usually, I guess I'm more of the you're kind of sillier than I am. I just like to talk shit, really. To
Yeah,
get our different types of humor, I guess. But
yeah, I
any
get that. A bit of slapstick and a bit of just back to shit talking.
just banter
Makes
crap.
sense.
Yeah, exactly, right? Okay. Well, anywho, so I suggested starting the stream a couple minutes early so we can discuss what took place in Coda quickly as the lobby is starting to ready up. So we got about a minute. Um, Now, what's your take on Coda? How many more laps do you think Verstappen could have held off Hamilton?
Tough to say. I mean, it's entirely possible Hamilton could have got him the next lap due to being in the DRS zone, but it's hard to know because we never really saw him have a crack with DRS. If he failed once or twice, maybe we could realise that Verstappen had just enough to defend. It's really difficult to say.
Yeah,
I
fair
think
enough.
that if it was a longer race, I don't think Red Bull would pit that early. So
Yeah.
there's always that as well.
I think it really Verstappen, especially at Cotta in that one straight, really, because you can kind of obviously overtake into turn one and other areas of track, but it's like turn 12 in that little kind of slalom section following. But really, your main place to overtake there is turn 12, and from coming out of turn 11, from what I was seeing, you needed at least within a half a second, and I don't know if Hamilton would have been able to get within a half a second until Verstappen's tires were completely falling off, and I don't know how many more laps that would. That's just my personal view, because it looked like Verstappen was doing enough, but I mean, you don't know until you run the laps, right? So
Well, I mean, I think it depends how much the dirty air was going to affect him as he got within a second,
yeah,
because like the the Red Bull clearly wasn't as fast in a straight line. So if it was the roles reversed, it would be much harder to pass, the Mercedes. So,
hmm no, yeah, and I completely agree. That's why like they need to be so tight coming out of 11, but the dirty air makes it so hard too. You need to be so much faster, and I don't know when that point would have came for Hamilton.
yeah. So
So
it's very difficult for the general public to say. Maybe if you had the data in one of the teams, you'd figure it out.
yeah, but
Yeah,
then
I
it's
don't
just
know.
like the data only takes you so far as well.
True, true. But you'd have a better idea.
Yeah, fair enough. Yeah, of course. I'm a stat. I love stats and everything like that. So I mean, I'm all for it. But it like, as well as like you don't know until you're actually out there. And so,
Mm.
but anywho, okay. That was civil. But you know what? You know what? Let's hope as I try and bridge this. Let's hope that this Division 2 race is as civil as our conversation there. So we got the lobby ready here. We're about to get into qualifying, and oh my
Oh,
goodness gracious! Before you say anything, I'll let everyone see from themselves. Yes, that is rain. Wow, how much does that change things?
um, a lot. Well, I mean, it depends what the race is as well. If the race is going to be fully dry, you have to stick with your dry setup, surely, because it's way too easy to pass here to to worry about qualifying as much as the race. It's full wet right now, so take it easy, I guess. See if it dries up. We might go to Inters by the end of the session. You never know.
So I don't know if you just saw Monkey in Division 2 chat there. He just says rain and qualifying clear race.
Yeah. Okay, I see that.
So you imagine a dry setup is gonna be used for qualifying. This could get a little bit tricky, really.
Sure could. Sure could. I don't know. If I was in Monza, I would have rather the race be wet. But, here we go. I'm not racing, so it doesn't matter. It
uh,
also means we have a shorter session to commentate on.
true enough, true enough. We got a little bit until we get Nicky to come around track to start his hot lap here. So I'm gonna bring up the most recent results for Division 2, that being at Baku. Now we were in Division 1 for that race, and were we? What happened? Oh yeah, Mystic came. That was a fun race. That was a fun race.
Sure was. We saw Will Ans with the victory there. His first in Division 1.
Yeah, I suggest going back and watching that one. That was Baku's my favorite circuit, and so I had a fun time no matter what the race was. You know, it's Baku. It's always going to be good, you know, in my thoughts. So go back and check that one out. But in Division 2, Dace won it. Mitch Burns came second, and no, did I mess that up? Is that it? I think it is. Yes, I think this is right. Okay. Oh my god, I don't know if this is right. I think it is. I did do this. I feel like it is right. Okay. As I argue with myself, Jacko, just once you just
I'm
screw
checking
it.
for you. It's correct.
Yeah. Okay. Thank you. So that is the correct results here. Dace with the win. Mitch Burns and Tiger NASCAR second and third. A double Red Bull podium. So very well done to those guys. And while I wasted all the time that I thought we had, Nicky's coming through turn 1 to start the first hot lap of the session.
Alright, so I didn't see how well his traction was because I was not on board with him, but he looks to be coming through Curva Grande quite well. Flat out, obviously, even in the rain. And now towards the La Rocha chicane, braking quite early, but you need to in these conditions probably. Does not take the launching curbs. Smart man, because you'll end up in space if you do that. And now through the Lesmos, taking it quite easy. Don't really need to apex that corner, there's a bit of camber on it. The second Lesmo, vital for an exit towards Ascari. Second longest straight, of course, with a bit of a kink in it, as DRS in the dry. Underneath the old bank section, the oval, as we see Grim Reaper retire. Now into Ascari, a bit late turn in there, but keeps it just off the curb, which is going to be important for not spinning yourself into oblivion. And now the final run to Alberto Curve, which was renamed this year from Parabolica. Let's see how he goes through this final turn.
That's gonna
Looks to be taking it quite easy. And don't invalidate yourself over the white line here. It's a decent lap, decent banker.
That's gonna take some getting used to for me. We might see Grim Reaper down the pit straight here, just off to the side. No, they just got rid of. You can see his tire on the left. That's where he DNF'd. I'm not exactly sure how he DNF'd there, but he did halfway down the pit straight. And yeah, that's it for Grim Reaper. So he's gonna be looking to start in 20th place. Nicky is gonna fall down the order. There's a couple more bankers come over. V shoots Queen, Knuckles, yellow flag just before Scary.
I think we saw V Shoots Queen victorious last time we were watching Division 2 at Silverstone. And from memory, he was fighting Red Bulls on that day, but now he's in a Red Bull. Interesting. Was that Division 3? I can't remember.
That was Division 3. Yeah, he won Division 3 with actually Grim Reaper and Mitch Burns. So kind of a stacked Division 3 that day.
Up. Or is he reserving that?
I have it here actually. I'll bring up the reserves. Shout out Monkey Mafias for sending that to me. But Knuckles is in for A. Daltonian. Unholy Red Eyes in for Text to Speech. D&E Nico is in for Detail. And Grim Reaper is in for Evil Prime in the AlphaTauri.
Right. So our current pole sitter is facing the incorrect direction in the runoff zone for turn 1. Yep, disqualified. Damn.
Ouch.
That is awful. That's exactly what happened to my teammate in Season 2 during qualifying. Trying to spin back around after setting a lap time and falls all the way to the back of the grid. Unable to pick up the hardest charger points as well. Awful.
So that was a 131.2. So we can remember that at the end of the session. We'll see if that would have been the fastest or pull. We'll see how much the track
he really had to just flick spin and face the opposite direction, turn the opposite direction to where he turned.
We have a Aston Martin. The Aston Martin of Knuckles spun out around Parabolica, and he picks himself up and goes back into the pit. Now it's definitely with the wet, the opportunity to kind of take 2 hot laps on one set of tires before you come into the pit, if you fuel your car for it.
Oh yeah, there's a few different things to note about that. Firstly, is that of course the tyres are not required to start the race, so of course you can put them through as much stress as you wish. But the other thing is the ERS charges up much faster in the wet. You also don't deploy as much because you're off throttle more than you would be on a full dry lap. But you can go back-to-back laps. As Nero Nix is also disqualified for a similar reason, and he is in the championship contention, if not championship leader. I'll just quickly check that.
Ouch.
No, he's second actually to Tiger NASCAR currently, but that could be massive in terms of the battle.
I'm on board with Tiger right now, and he's going to come past his teammate who as well spun out. And I don't know how he ended up over there, but is not DNF'd. And his just overtake. Oh, V-Shoots Queen is DNF, sorry. And Tiger NASCAR overtakes his teammate for pole position here, still not beating the time that SZ Smith set before the disqualification.
Yeah. So it's all kicking off here.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's. I imagine he must have just picked up the throttle a bit too early and then spat back out as he corrected. As Dace now goes to pole with a 31.3, backing up his performance from last week. Very good.
Ooh, Hightower jumping up into 4th. Going into the 131s as well, as we have 6 drivers in there, technically 7, but 1 has got his taken away. VTEC is looking to improve, trying to get into the 132s. Gotta take this final corner carefully and try and get as much speed as possible. I don't think he's gonna do it. He actually lost 4/10 there coming through the final turn. I think Monkey Mafia just slightly improved on his time, and his teammate Fusail is coming over the line and starting his first hot lap of the session. Ooh. There's some traffic in turn 1, but I think that was Houdini that just drove straight through. Gets out of the way.
I love that the boards have been taken out by the first person to go through there, so that when Houdini went through, he could take it really easy and just not really turn that much for the chicane.
Fair enough. I mean, I'd probably do the same, not gonna lie. I mean, those things don't actually cause damage to your car in game, do they?
I've not been damaged by them before, as we see whenever a spin at the exit of Lesmo 1 to the left. Interesting. Yeah, maybe on simulation damage crash, but I have not seen that occur.
Okay,
then again, on F1 2016, I ran over a piece of a car that had been retired and it broke my wing. So I guess anything can happen with Codemasters.
So it gave us the purple sector 2 from Fusail here, so we'll see what the Alfa Romeo can do. Just got to come around Parabolica. It's going to take me a while to remember that new, the new name.
Curva Arboreto.
Yeah, so by all means, just right after, just kind of throwing the humble brag that you.
Parabolica is the historical name for it, so I'm not going to correct you. Tiger NASCAR has selected intermediate tyres. He's still in the pit lane, but we'll see if he comes out on those tyres with 7.5 minutes remaining, basically. Could be interesting for the end of the session. Definitely not what V-Shoot's Queen wants to see, with being out of the session in 3rd on wets.
Now, didn't Pup Digital podium last time that he was that we were here, and he was actually, and then he goes into 2nd place, another car into the 131s.
I seem to remember Pup Digital doing well in Suzuka or something like that. So yeah, we've seen form from this man.
Yeah, Bahrain he podiumed for sure, and he was reserving that day.
So was this Division 2 or Division 3 then? I know he retired in Suzuka, didn't he? Oh no, he's like says he was 11th. Bahrain, where's Bahrain? Yeah, third in Bahrain.
Yeah, that was their first time in Division 2. Yes. Oh yeah, because that's when Fuselm kept the Alfa Romeo streak going for us.
That's right.
Oh, when you speak of the devil, he's actually got a puncture on his front right here. So 6 minutes left to go. He's going to only have one set of tires left. No.
Sorry, who are you saying is a puncture?
Fuselm.
Oh,
The front right. He's
wow.
coming into the pit right
That
now.
looks absolutely destroyed.
Yeah.
Intel from SZ Smith, who was unfortunately disqualified earlier. He said this game is so stupid.
Oh.
So, yeah, can't disagree with that. I've seen a few very costly glitches for competitors, including when you pit and they put the wrong tyre on. Being disqualified for the reason you were is very unfortunate, but that's been in the game for a few years in the series. So, yeah, it's just unfortunate. You really need to try flick spinning in that scenario to save yourself that issue. So no one electing to use intermediates yet, Crash. It seems that it probably won't be ready by the end of the session, which is only 5 minutes away.
When were we with Division 2 last?
I believe 2 weeks ago.
No, that was Division
not
3.
2 weeks.
It was week 9.
Oh, it's Division 3. Okay. Because I'm seeing familiar names. It gets confusing.
So we were with them in Singapore. Vishu's Queen won. Nero Nix came second, and Monkey Mafia came third. I do not
in Singapore?
remember that.
No, we weren't with them in Singapore.
No, we were with them in Japan. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, random serious one. Fuselm came second, and Fredhead came third.
Yeah, Fredhead was just destroying and then had his own issues.
Yes, yes. Oh, okay, so Tiger NASCAR and Knuckles have fitted the inters.
But Knuckles... Oh, here goes Dace with pole position for now. Okay, Knuckles and Tiger are still in the pit lane, so they could be evaluating whether the tyre is better, in Jeff's opinion, at this point.
So Puff Digital has got 5 laps on these wets. Dace and Puff have absolutely smashed 1 and 2 right now. Dace is nearly a full second ahead of Tiger NASCAR, and Puff Digital is 3/4 of a second ahead of third place.
Very impressive stuff.
I'm just hoping they maybe didn't bank on a good qualifying. Oh, and I'm on board with Nicky. He just spins out of turn 2.
There you go. That's the important flick spin before the game has time to disqualify you facing the wrong direction.
Yeah. So Knuckles did commit to the inters here.
Okay, let's see how it looks for him. He's on an outlap, so he won't be pushing yet, but the braking performance doesn't look too good.
Now he goes right to turn 3.
So he just has to stay out here for the next few minutes and hope that, start the lap when there's like 10 seconds to go. That's the best conditions he's going to find. And just hope that's enough. Tiger NASCAR must have seen that and decided against intermediates. So this is the one driver so far to opt for that strategy.
Houdini's into the pits. I think that's everyone into the pit right now is probably going to be done from qualifying unless they come out, or anyone entering the pit.
You have to leave right now.
Yeah.
2 minutes and 5 seconds remain. Lap time is obviously going to be a bit higher a bit longer, I should say, in the wet. So you better get going right now.
So we got
Knuckles is starting his lap a bit early, although he might be able to get 2 laps done. Actually, yeah, in front.
yeah. There's no turning back now.
We'll have to
Excited
see how far off his splits are, and if it's like a second, maybe his next lap will be the one to watch.
because the car
Right.
slowed down enough into turn one.
Yeah, it doesn't look good. It's understeering a bit more than I would hope,
Oh,
and
there you
then
go. Yeah.
traction is not.
He slided. Okay, now
Yeah,
the
he's even off throttle through Cover Grande.
name of the game is get it around clean enough to potentially take a shot.
2.3 down. Yeah,
Oh,
yeah.
Forza
We'll
Juve.
come back to that.
Yes, definitely. Forza Juve going third. I think that was Monkey Mafia jumping to eighth. His teammate jumping into fourth. The Hightower starting another hot lap here. Tiger NASCAR is coming around Parabolica. Nicky has completely separated himself from Knuckles. I wasn't able to catch Nicky's splits here. Currently sitting 10th. Yellow flag through sector 3. Knuckles goes off at Ascari.
Knuckles is spun at Ascari, and he won't have time to do another lap now, I think. That corner really bit a lot of people in the F2 yesterday, including Bacon from the lead in the feature race. Very unfortunate.
That's been... So that's going to be it for Knuckles here. That's how you
Nicky
can
did move up, and I think he had started his next lap as well, but he spins out at the exit of 2. That's his session over.
See where Kaz can finish here. Can he improve? Yes, he does. Goes into the 131s into 11th.
Tiger's a 10th up through the first sector, although a bit sideways through the Lesmos. Cruz is 8 tenths up coming through Alberto right now. This could be pole position, or at least very close, maybe first to third region.
So Monkey really improves to 6th.
Yeah, third. Okay, he lost it in the last sector, big time.
Hightower's a 10th off. Let's see if he can make up any time in the third sector here. Yeah, he does, just a little bit ahead of his teammate. Doesn't look like Tiger NASCAR. Ooh, and yeah, that's it for him. Saves the car, doesn't have to put pressure on the mechanics to have it fixed for him. But
in the next 3 minutes, yeah.
yeah, that's it. Nicky's still out there, but I imagine he's at a... He still has ERS. Plenty
He's
of it.
5 seconds down.
Oh. Yeah, that won't do.
We saw him spin at turn 2. Oh, I saw him spin at turn 2. And that will do it for the session.
Yeah. So Dace going with pole. Puff Digital second, Fuse third, Forza Juve fourth. SZ Smith would have come somewhere in the from second or third to fifth. I don't know exactly where he would have ended up. He wasn't the one, or the 30.2s, or was the 29.2s? 30.2s, I believe it was. But there's 2 other drivers in the 31.2s. That's what it is. So, unfortunate stuff there. But a pretty good qualifying, a fun one in the wets there. If you want to take us through there, Jacko.
All right, we've got Dace at the front. Of course, Williams now bookending the field with Neuronix at the back. Puff Digital joins him on the front row. Foos and Forza starting with F on the second row of the grid. We've got Tiger NASCAR and Monkey Mafia. He pulled that out right towards the end on the third row of the grid. Then it's V-Shoots, Queen, Hightower and Knuckles and the Aston Martins. Then the McLarens of Nicky and Kaz. Unholy Red Eye, Chief Braids, VTEC, Saffron City, Houdini, Nico, Grim Reaper, SZ Smith, and Neuronix without time. So top 16 able to get hardest charger.
Yeah, rough go from the bottom 4 there, but hopefully they'll be able to make it up in the race. As you can tell, it is very much dry here in Monza, and compared to the absolute misery it was in qualifying. So completely changes some things, and like we kind of said, the the car setup was probably set up for the race, not for the qualifying. I mean, it should be set up for the race, not for the qualifying. So we'll see how much that comes into account here in the race and what turn one is going to look like. Just coming up pretty soon here. I'm looking forward to that.
Yeah, if it's anything like the sprint race in the F2 yesterday, there's going to be some wings lost. Hopefully not. 20 drivers though, it's usually insane going towards turn one at Monza.
Yeah.
So hopefully we see all 20 exit that first chicane with no parts falling off.
In a perfect world, But anywho, I've got the Drivers' Championship up here for Division 2. Tiger NASCAR leads the way. Near Nix is in second with Detail in third. The relegation battle is, or actually no, sorry, the promotion battle is very tight with Monkey Mafia only 4 points separated from jumping up back into Division 1 after voluntarily relegating himself down throughout the divisions in Midwest. And Houdini looking for his third straight promotion now. He's not too far out. A good race here in comparison to Detail can get him right up and back into I mean, he's very much in the hunt, but even then some. So we'll see what the Ferrari of Houdini can do. Hightower, of course, not completely out of it, and then from that point on, it kind of breaks away a little bit. A couple really quick guys in 9th and 11th there in Fuselm and Dace. Kind of surprised to see those two down there. I'm not sure what exactly's happened with those throughout the season, but still time for them, I guess. You gotta win some races though.
And I gotta point out, Crash, this is close because down to 6th could jump to the lead by the end of this race. Like Hightower is within a race win in 6th place, so that's still all to play for with 6 rounds to go, including this one.
Yeah, very true.
Oh, sorry, 5 rounds to go. 5.
It's extremely tight, and we'll be back with these guys in 2 weeks' time. We're gonna go jump back to Division 1 for Portimao, and then we'll be back with Division 2 for Coda. So, and that'll be our last time there. Our last look at what could potentially be the promotion and relegations of that division. So, it's very much heating up here in the last little bit for Division 2. A little bit different than Division 1, but it's looking exciting, that's for sure.
Yeah, and we've got to actually follow Division 2 and all the divisions indeed in those last 2 rounds to understand who's going to be champion, who's going to be in the promotion for next season as well. So while we're watching the Division 1, we might try and get some intel as, wow, David
I saw that.
himself.
That was funny.
I love that. That's practice for what not to do on next lap and the next 27 as well.
Oh my, that's funny. Alright, well, we'll pull up the Constructors' Championship here as well. Red Bull leads the way, and you know what? From the last time we were in Division 2, I think 4 weeks ago or whatever it was, the top 3 or 4 was like the exact same, and then 5 to 10 was all over the place. So quite a few changes in the back half of the pack there. But Red Bull still leads the way from what we were with them back in week 8 or whatever it was. Williams in second, Aston Martin in third, Alfa Romeo in fourth, Mercedes in fifth, and the rest need to do better.
Interesting. All right, well, I'm looking at the tyres they're starting on now, and obviously everyone gets a choice of the fresh, slick tyres. It's actually a fairly even split, with 9 people on softs, 11 on mediums, none on hards. Doesn't surprise me in the slightest. Pole sitter, of course, on softs. Then we've got 2 mediums, so that'll be interesting. And we'll also see if Forza Juve, the second car on softs, might be able to get a good start and launch himself up the order.
Yeah, I mean, it's a fairly simple track, but a very difficult one. And the differences in strategies just early on. Did you say it was an even split, sorry, between the whole entire field? Or
roughly even. It's 9-11.
Oh.
Softs are 9, mediums are 11.
And it's never perfectly even. It's always 1 or 2 off. Such a tease. We'll see what Forza Juve. I'm going to jump on board with him and see what he can do coming into turn 1. Dace needs to hold this lead into turn 1. We are getting our countdown here. No, we're not. We're about to. There we go. 5 red lights come up at Monza here in Division 2, race week 12, and they go out. Dace looks like he gets a pretty good jump. Forza Juve gets a really good jump and has to avoid Fuselm coming into turn 1. Artie is overtaken Fuselm and Puff Digital, the 2 drivers on the mediums, and here we go. What is going to happen in the back of the field there? A little bit of... Everyone's taking it fairly pedestrian. Looks like Kaz had to go right over the curbs, the sausage curb, if you remember that from Verstappen and Hamilton. Work our way around turn 3. Puff Digital's right on the back of Fuselm as we're going to drag it out. Coming into turn 4, and Digital has 3rd place. Saffron City and VTEC. Oh, as Digital actually cut right through.
And so I was on board with Nero Nick off the line, and quite the amusing start for him. He had oh god, Saffron City almost off the track right there. But Nero Nix had the ERS deploying before the lights had even gone out. Got an amazing start, but passed people on the inside of the track, like on what's regarded as not the track, and had to let everyone back through. Really sad to watch, actually.
Oh.
But he's already made up places to 16th, so net gain.
Oh, Tiger NASCAR.
Tiger NASCAR.
Oh, and Fuselm. And then got lagged out of the session.
Damn, okay. I'll invite you back. That happens a lot to you, man.
I don't know what it is. It's the passive aggression that the Canadian Wi-Fi has to the American.
That's definitely what it is.
Yeah, I think that's the only thing that can explain it, really.
Okay. Am I still being broadcast?
No. I'm already loading back in, so that actually wasn't too bad. You can do the radio version of Midwest F1 League. Or is there...
So I can be heard now?
Oh, no, there's... Oh, no, yeah, you were always casted. I didn't know you were talking about your voice.
Yeah. Alright, so we've got a safety car. We've got the championship leader out of the race, Tiger NASCAR. Looked like he went into the wall where I ended up in F2 in Season 2, upside down, having spun right from the second part of Ascari. So that's very unfortunate for him. Opens up the championship in many different ways. A couple of cars pitted under that safety car. Let's have a quick look. 4 of them did. Hightower down to Foos. 2 cars on hards now. 2 of them also opting for mediums. Big gains with Forza Juve. Let's have a look also. Position change. 8 places for 3 drivers. Nico, Smith and Nero Nix. Smith and Nero Nix from the last row of the grid, now 11th and 12th. So massive improvements from them. Obviously down 16 places. Foos. That hurts. Monkey Mafia up in a strong 4th place. That's good to see.
So I'm just going to take a peek at the Drivers' Championship here and how much this changed things. So the only person in the top 5, really, in the Drivers' Championship, that's this is huge for Tiger NASCAR DNFing, leading the way. And an early DNF is going to make things really difficult for him. Monkey Mafia is sitting fairly pretty right now. Where's Details? Details not even racing. Nero Nix is all the way...
Is Detail in Division 1?
Oh, that's a good point.
Because he could still score points. I don't know.
That is true. I didn't even think about that. He's Mercedes. Actually, where's Fallen Monkeys? Fallen Monkeys is doing Division 1 tonight. Let's see. So Detail actually qualified 17th.
He's driving there, so even finishing in Division 1 is worth quite a lot of points. So, one structure. I mean, if he finishes 17th, like you say, qualified, that's 30 points, which could be quite a lot.
Oh my, it looked like... Did they get a wet qualifying too? Matt Rosie took pole. Did Mystic set his in the softs? Did Mystic just get outpaced in the Midwest F1 League? What? Wow, Yulmir actually held on to the first spot in qualifying for quite a while.
We'll have to go back and watch that.
Oh, I'm doing it right now. I'm not sure what happened. I think they're running into some tactical difficulties. But I like to. What was our qualifying? Oh, I guess it doesn't matter. We had wets. I was gonna compare, but I mean, yeah, you can't really.
I was like, and that's why they're Division 1.
Yeah, they're 10 seconds ahead of Division 2. Wow, these guys are in for a hurt next season.
Yeah, so even 6th place in Division 1 is worth the same as a win in Division 2, points-wise in the point scheme. So let's say Detail has an amazing race there. He could actually outscore the winner here.
Okay. So yeah, Matt Rosie took pole. Yulmir second, Jin third, Mystic was fourth. Then Will Ants continuing his hot form in fifth, and Possible Bacon in sixth as well.
Mystic surrounded by the British.
Yeah, yeah. Well, he's completely surrounded by, because he's got 2 Brits below him, a Brit above him, and then a Venezuelan and a Canadian. The closest American is Scuba Stevens, 7th, 3 positions away.
Right, we're going to put our attention back on this because safety cars coming in. They're coming around Alberto now. Dace is warming his tyres. And he's about to fire his Williams off into the distance, you'd imagine. Very late here on the restart, and off it goes.
Oh, Monkey got a good jump.
Quite... Yeah, Monkey did, you're right. Monkey C, Monkey charge.
Yes.
Yeah, he's on soft as well, so this might be a viable... Okay, to take that back. Oh, turning in there is Puff Digital. There is contact, hopefully not damage.
No, I don't see any damage on the end plate there. Looks like, who went all the way down? Is that Hightower?
That would be a really unfortunate warning if he got corner cutting. Here comes V-Shoot's Queen though, taking advantage. He's on mediums, makes the pass on the soft runner. And clean move, very nice.
Yeah.
Nico's made further positions though. Up 10 positions now, and Nick's up 11 positions.
So
Houdini, an amazing restart.
Houdini's struggling in the back here. He gets overtaken by his teammate VTech and Hightower. And oh no, Saffron City comes out of this. Ooh!
Oh.
This is the second to Lesmo and absolutely destroys the wall.
Second safety car.
And
so we didn't get half a lap.
We've got 2 half laps to equal 1 full lap.
Yeah, true. That was very close to a couple of cars collecting that wreckage. What happened to the McLarens? There's still collisions here. Grim Reaper's facing perpendicular to the track at Ascari. And Kaz and Nicky both pick up the positions there. So they're now 16th and 17th in the McLarens. Forza Huwe in the pits from 2nd place, joined by Unholy Red Eye. A couple of other cars as well. So interesting. What will their strategy be? Go to the end perhaps? Actually, it brings me back to Season 1 in Division 2 where there was an early safety car at this very track, and yours truly pitted, I think, lap 1 under safety car. No one else did, and that was enough to record victory. My first in the Midwest. So what these guys are thinking, go to hards. Nicky actually required a new front wing, which is probably why he slipped back. So he'll come out 17th. Grim Reaper, I imagine, has to pit. Yeah, he's got a right rear puncture. So he'll be actually hoping not to go a lap down. I think he'll be safe. Yeah, he should be safe. They're only coming around Lesmo 2 now, and he's entered the pits. What else have we got going on?
So Cass has pitted twice, and he's 11th place. Not too bad.
Not under this safety car though. He must have been twice under the first safety car.
Yeah. Oh, he didn't pit this time?
No,
Oh
he
my.
was 16th at this time last lap.
Well, I mean, if there's any time to do it.
Absolutely.
So yeah, not too bad.
So highest person to have stopped is Hightower. He has a penalty though, and that's a 5-second penalty, which will be served under his next pit stop or at the end of the race if he does not make another pit stop. So that makes the leader of the pit stop people Kaz, as you just pointed out.
So early on, this is huge for near Nick's, making up 14 positions from his unlucky qualifying.
Why, guys? Why pit now? It always confuses me.
See, now this is why I'd like if in a perfect world to be able to actually have some sort of I mean, team principal or something, like someone to be able to actually give you some strategy. But I mean, of course, to find someone to be able to control 2 drivers and give up an hour and a half of their Thursday night to be able to do so would be kind of an astronomical ask, but it would be pretty cool. And
That's been done before.
Yeah, I feel like it'd be tough to find it though, to find those guys that would.
Well, I'll tell you a quick anecdote then, Crash.
Yeah.
On F1 16, I raced in a league that involved Mystic Joker and a couple of these other guys, including Pork Chops. And that was American league, obviously. And at that time, my ping was high enough for them to say, "Hey, no, we got to stop this. You can't race anymore. Australians can't race anymore until, it's better than it was." And I was like, well, damn, I wanted to contribute. So on 2017, the next league season started, and one of my mates in there was a rival of Mystics, and I was also a rival of Mystics, as I still am. And I basically engineered for him, watching the stream, and then giving him all the information he needed. He won the championship as a result.
Oh,
he probably
wow.
would have anyway, but it was added security.
That's funny.
Very quick guy, couldn't extend it. He doesn't race F1 anymore, I don't think. He does rallying. But,
Oh,
yeah.
really? Huh. Yeah, I mean, I think it'd be fun to have that, but it is quite the ask. I guess we could just go get a bunch of Australians, bring them into the league, and then kick them out, and they'd be like, hey, you can still be a part of the league if...
Yeah, the spike-driven Australians.
Yeah, just bring them in, just like, hey, welcome to the league. Let them race a couple times, everyone gets really nice to them or something, make them feel at home, and then just boot them, and then be like, we'd like to keep you around, but you can be the managers of the team if you'd like.
Yeah, I mean, it's actually really important to know the gaps sometimes. Like, do you want to pit now? You're going to come out right behind someone in traffic. It's hard to know. Sometimes you'll get the prediction telling you, you come out 6th or 12th or whatever. But it's not accurate. If you do enough practice to figure out, pit stop takes 21 seconds around here, you can actually predict it and then realise, well, there's someone
we lost Unholy Red Eye
next to me.
There goes the other Alpine.
Curva Grande under safety car. That's, both Alpines out. Where were they in the championship?
I've got it right here.
6th. Okay.
Oh, okay, well, Unholy Red Eye is a reserve this evening, so that's why I can't find him. Saffron City is 15th, I think it said. 16th. So Saffron City is actually kind of not too far out of relegation, actually. So 166 is where Text to Speech sits, and I'll pull that up so the people at home can see what I'm talking about here quickly as we come through Ascari here. Yes, Text to Speech is at 166, and then Saffron City with the DNF is at 201. So what's that, 45? 35 even? A 35 point difference between Text to Speech and Saffron City. So Text to Speech isn't even here as well, so that makes things easier. Okay. But yeah, we're back at it here.
Wow. Forza Hugo with an immense start blows past both Ferraris. And Knuckles follows him. Houdini's lost about 5 positions in that. There's a car
Oh.
off to the left, taking out braking boards. The Aston Martin, I couldn't quite see. High tower thing.
I think,
The other one's off to the right. Oh, it's an absolute pandemonium.
Oh my, the back.
See wide on the exit there. Smith gets through the middle. VTEC's off, throttle through Cova Grande. Walks his teammate a little bit.
Nicky's already without a wing.
Damn, Nicky. They're not having the greatest outing here.
The back of the
Around
pack
the
is
outside
where it's
goes Nico on VTEC. Wow, that was very late, but nicely done. And Knuckles is struggling with understeer massively. Does he have a front wing? He does.
Might be the hards.
Oh, got a move here by Nico on the other Ferrari now.
Ooh, V-Shoots goes around the outside in the first turn into Ascari. Has to go up onto the curb. Near Nix was forced to giving him some sort of room. And V-Shoots gets the job done, and now Puff Digital's right behind Near Nix. And
Near Nix, who of course started at the back of the grid, by the way, and now racing up in 3rd place.
Yes, still with the same mediums he started the race on. Kaz, as both McLarens are really struggling here.
Dace is off into the distance with an almost 3-second lead. Williams looking for a 1-2 here. Nix right on the back of V-Shoot's wing. No DRS yet though, so that... Ooh, Kaz is disqualified. So the 3-stop strategy not working for him after 9 laps.
And now that's 4 drivers out through 10 laps, and only 3 of them have been green. But we'll see if I've heard before that Dace has got some pace with the best of them. Monkey Mafia is right on the back of Puff Digital. Puff goes a little bit deep for the first Lesmo and is able to get good traction out of it. Now Monkey's falling slightly back, but Dace can sometimes run himself into trouble with now this is just from what I've heard, is it's as if he doesn't understand race pace and attempts qualifying laps every lap. And when leading races,
I know a lot of drivers do that.
Yeah. Smith in the Haas goes wide through the first Ascari turn, and he drops back behind Fuselm. We'll see if that's the undoing of Dace today, but right now he's continually growing the gap between himself and 2nd place, setting fastest lap here, coming over the line to start lap 11.
Here comes Nico, about to pass Smith, but Smith actually peels into the pit lane, so imagine must be damaged. Hit that soon after a safety car.
Monkey Mafia
Ferrari's
gives the
running
room.
side by side.
Sorry, it's a battle for 5th and 6th here between Monkey Mafia and Forza Juve. Forza has got the inside line here, and Monkey just slots in behind and drops another position back down to 6th. Maybe those mediums are starting to take over.
Ooh, bit of a launch there from Monkey, but he stays blank to the ground on the exit. Chief Braid's now applying the pressure to the back of the Alfa Romeo. He's fallen outside of the 1 second of DRS, unfortunately to Forza Juve. So yeah, Ferrari are not going to be liking this. Tifosi will be very angry to see those Ferraris in 12th and 13th, while lowest cars not to have pitted, and just seemingly lacking pace.
Yeah, I didn't even notice that's both yet to pit, and down in 12th and 13th. That is a difficult position to be in. Monkey Mafia is in a difficult position. It seems like his softs have fallen off entirely here. It looks like he's getting overtaken by another medium tire compound. Chief Braids this time, the leading Haas, up to 6th now.
Yeah, Monkey should go hit this lap or next lap, I'd say, for mediums, as we get a massive oversteer moment there for Chief Braids, who catches it. Monkey, yeah, will do well to stay in the DRS this lap and then probably pit next lap as he goes back past on this main straight. Got a move up in front though, Puff Digital into the podium positions over Nero Nix. I think Nero is running a bit more downforce, which will not help him on this race, obviously.
Look to try and switch back Puff Digital, and both drivers go up onto the grass a little bit there, but Puff has got 3rd place now.
Pulling away, it seems, even though there's slipstream available to the Williams.
So Puff Digital's a D3 driver. Where does he sit? I'm going to check where he sits in the championships. Is he? Or is he full-time Division 2 now? Oh, he is full-time Division 2, so yeah. I remember last time, or wait, all the way back in Bahrain, he was a D3 driver, and then he must have just got recently promoted.
Chief Brades returns the favour with the next DRS zone and overtakes Monkey Mafia as Fuselin gets a penalty for multiple violations. Unfortunate for him, second driver to get a penalty, the first in the 3-second variety, as Nico retires. I can't get a good view of that. Looks like it happened in the last part of Ascari. Puff Digital into the pits. Oh, sorry, Dace. Not...
Monkey Mafia as well.
Yeah, so soft tyres giving up after 12 laps is about right. Nico's car's been removed by the time the next car gets to the chicane, unfortunately.
Grim Reefer and Houdini down into turn 1, and Grim gets that fairly easily, being on 6-lap old softs and Houdini on 12-lap old mediums.
Nicky will have been praying for a safety car, but it does not come. He's 55 seconds behind 14th place, and you know what, almost a lap down. It's sort of 2 corners between him and the leaders. So he requires what he had in the F2, which was a safety car in the feature, and he was running way towards the back, and then all of a sudden vaulted into the podium positions by the end of the race.
A nerve-wracking position to be in, for sure.
Yeah, Crash, you actually missed Nicky getting a podium yesterday.
Oh, piss off.
He came third in the feature.
Of course he did.
By 3,000 of a second over his EGA.
And Grim Reefer looking to get another position here, this time on Knuckles. And ooh, enough room was left.
What?
And oh, now Grim Reefer goes off, and he's into the wall.
Wow. What?
I did not.
What a weird crash.
That is such a weird crash. Is that going to be the safety car for Nicky? If you want to put a car...
You know what that looked like to me? It looked like his wheel disconnected and he just had no turning available to him.
Yeah, that is very odd. I'm not sure. I don't think we're going to get the safety car.
No.
It's a tough news from Nicky here, as I don't want to jinx it, but I mean, I must say it. One slip up and Nicky's going to be a lap down. And yeah.
So we saw a couple of fastest laps during that time as well, so I think it was Puff Digital currently has it.
Yes. Yeah, a 124.0.
So he's absolutely pushing on, trying to catch up to the leaders. V-Sheet's green currently. Where did Dace come out? 10th place. He's going to have Knuckles to get past. Tyres. What was it on? Was running in 4th place, having made a pit stop. Could be challenging to catch up to, although he may need to pit again. Nice move there by Dace as Knuckles runs wide, handling like a channel ferry at the moment. Top and Aston.
So now Dace has got 4 seconds to VTech ahead, who needs to pit. And then on top of that, another 4.5 seconds to Hightower, who's on the hards. Yellow flag in sector 3. It looks like that's
Chief
a
Brades.
Chief.
Looped it at the exit of Alboreto. Not sure if there was any contact involved, but he is now facing the correct direction and moving in the correct direction as well.
No damage to the wing from what I catch.
Here comes Dace though.
Yeah.
Dace with a massive amount of pace. Hot tyres for Chief Brades. You'd expect him to be absolute lunch for this man.
Depending on how much Chief Brades holds up Dace, this would probably be the lap for him to take fastest lap on.
He just grabbed it.
Oh, did he? I thought that was his first lap out of the pit. But okay. Yeah, a 123.967. So it takes it by about a 10th.
Despite making a pass as well. So
yes. It was actually 2 passes.
Or was it 2? Okay.
Yeah.
Here comes DRS for the Williams. Will he be able to clear the Haas by the time they make it to Ascari? You'd imagine, probably. Yes, here he goes on the inside. Chief Brades actually does outbrake him, but the move is still made on the inside there. Bit of a corner cut, so there might be a warning. No penalty yet.
3-way battle here for second place. We come down the pit straight. Force Ube gets a really good run on Puff Digital. He's going to try and come down the inside line, and Puff Digital is going to get trapped here coming into turn 1. Near Nix might be under a little bit of fire. Forza tries to break deep. Puff Digital just tries to follow Near Nix through, but he actually gets caught up a little bit.
Driving by Forza.
Yeah, and Forza is going to take 2 positions here. And up into second place, Puff Digital now a second back of these 2 drivers out of DRS. Near Nix right on the tight back of Forza Juve. And unfortunately, Puff Digital got caught out there and a little bit of oversteer from Near Nix getting up on that curve, but he's able to save it and still within a half a second to Forza Juve. But yeah, that was very tight. Very well done.
So for budding F1 challengers who want to learn from this, Forza Juve masterclass in traction and placement of his car. He put himself in the place where he would get the best acceleration out of the corner. He put the car on the inside at a place where he's either going to be running into him or forced into not the greatest traction. And that's why he is able to plant the foot around the outside and just accelerate away towards Curva Grande. Very well placed. No, that's, he's only 4th place.
And there's
the Tyres on the exit of Scary. Nicky, is he a lap down?
No.
No, he's not. He'll be absolutely thanking his lucky stars. Do not pit though, Nicky. Put yourself a lap down. I've seen people do that before. So into the pits come the leaders. V2 Screen, Near Nix will probably be able to put stocks on at this point and go all the way to the end. This does not help Dace whatsoever. Awful for him, actually. He'll continue and take the lead, but he'll have tyres that have laps on them, tyres that are not softs, of course.
Forza Juve actually puts on mediums.
Oh. Interesting. Okay, I mean, fair enough. He may have used all of his... No, he would have had fresh softs for sure, because there was a wet qualifying. Interesting choice. But they're still going to be better than Dace's, because he's put... Let's see how many laps he's put on him. 3 laps. Not many, but it's more than 0, so not ideal. And we've got Monkey Mafia, who did not pit either. Same story as Dace, 3-lap-old mediums. And everyone down to Nicky has pitted, and I imagine Nicky will pit as well if he feels he has the time, which I think he will.
Yeah,
he's
complete other side of the track. So yeah, Nicky's got a shot now. He's 13th place, so decent points at least. A top 10 finish.
If Nicky gets the deja vu podium, I will be hyped.
Williams sitting 1-3 right now. Alfa Romeo sitting 5-6. Ferrari have kind of brought themselves back in it as well, sitting 8 and 10.
I mean, Ferrari doing the right thing. If they have no pace, at least finish the race and you'll get points. And, well, minimum of 13th currently, if they finish, is better than where they were running earlier in the race.
So yeah, Ferrari's actually sitting last in the Constructors' Championships here, and points here will bring them back ahead of McLaren. With Ferrari actually, Ferrari and McLaren actually have switched the last 5 weeks, 6 weeks here. Not every week, but it was McLaren last for 1 point, then Ferrari last, and McLaren last, and Ferrari last right now. And at their home Grand Prix, they're looking to get themselves back out of the bottom of the basement and up into the second level, I guess, to 9th place.
Interestingly, a lot of the Division 1 guys are posting now, so either their race is over or there's been a lot of retirements, because a lot of them are saying they got floor damage just from running over curbs.
Now, I did see that they were having lobby issues after the qualifying. The lobby crashed, so then they had to redo it. And yeah, they actually started their race only like 15-20 minutes ago because they were super late. I guess I guess closer to 7 o'clock, but yeah, they were very late. A fun one.
Well, if that race is still going, then it's either on the safety car or random Yol, Twee, Super, Matt Rosie are all out. So I'll have to go back and watch that for sure, because you were already watching part of it during one of the previous safety cars. But, hopefully we'll be back running here soon. Nicky's the only one yet to catch up. He's negotiating the second chicane right now as the field approaches Escarley. So there might be another lap. Hard to tell. Probably another lap. Yeah, actually, I'm seeing that Tough Digital saying he had floor damage from curbs, and Knuckles also has floor damage, and that's why he's understeering like an absolute fairy. So, yeah, it looks like sim damage is really taking a toll on these Division 1 and 2 drivers, because I believe every other division only has standard damage.
I'm just checking out Division 1 right now. Mystic Joker has taken the lead in the 13th lap. Jin is second, and big surprise is his teammate Soy Loco in third.
Could you imagine if Soy Loco wins the race after having the most awful luck all season?
Oh my, that'd be absolutely huge. Random Series, unfortunately, DNFs. Scavney in fourth, Will Ants in fifth. Detail, importantly enough, in 9th place. So these are good points.
Well, that could be
Detail.
key.
Yes.
Detail really only needs to have a solid race, and this could see him actually moving up into the lead, depending on who wins this race.
So 9th place in Division 1 is 64 points, which is equivalent to 5th place in Division 2. So pretty much sitting just ahead of Monkey Mafia, funny enough. Which is what the points would equivalent to.
Oh! Knuckles! Weaving to warm the tyres, walls it between the two Lesmos, and whoever was right behind him had an absolute face full of Aston Martin. Don't think there was any contact between the two drivers, but gee, that's exactly where Hamilton planted in the wall many years ago from McLaren. So, safety car is in this lap though, quite amusingly. Meanwhile, Nicky's like, nom 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 positions.
Points, thank you. So we're down to 12 here. We're going to come over the line for lap 20 and have 8 full laps of racing. Barring any sort of incidents, we'll have 6 laps of DRS, which will probably be about the same as we had this entire race. We're going to double the amount of DRS.
Oh, really caught out his Forza Juve there. Damn.
And that's not good on the mediums with Fusail in behind him. V-Shoot's Queen doesn't get caught off by Dace quite at all. Nero Nix as well following the train. Forza Juve, like you said, way back already, over a second behind. Seems to break very deep into turn.
Here comes V-Shoots. Impeccable traction there. Obviously, Soft's compound really working well for him. Around the outside of Curva Grande with the assistance of ERS. They're both fairly similar on their battery level, actually. And he makes the move completely before they reach the braking zone.
I imagine we're going to see days like Nero Nix through here. At least we should.
Yeah, and this sucks for Dace.
To be completely honest. These are big
Purely
points.
bad luck on the timing of the safety car for Dace, because on the softs he had to pit when he pit, and had he pit under this safety car he would have been running 6th place. So track position was a key for him, and now he's in a position where he probably won't be able to maintain possibly even a podium. Maybe he actually will be 2nd or 3rd, but certainly the win is now not in his hands.
Fusail coming
Already
up
a
Forza
second
Juve,
guy.
and Forza Juve does a good job getting it slowed down entering into Parabolica. Swinging it around, Monkey Mafia trying to not completely lose the position to Hightower, but Hightower on those fresh shocks is able to hold the inside line all the way through. The Monkey gets a really good launch out of it, and up ahead into turn 1, we've got an Alfa Romeo and a Mercedes in Forza Juve and Fusail. Fusail comes through with the position, and now Hightower, VTEC, and Monkey Mafia battling it out through turn 1 and 2, and it looks like Hightower gets the better there. Chief Braids is right behind VTEC, trying to get the slipstream, and he has just reached it, but I think he's not going to have enough room coming down, and he's going to have to sit back into 9th place with his teammate SZ Smith just in behind.
So currently, the person who's moved at the most positions is Nero Nix with 17, but he is ineligible for hardest charger points, as is second place in the terms of moving up the most, as said Smith with 9. So we have a draw at the moment between V-Shoot Queen and VTech for up 6 positions. So, well, obviously V-Shoot Queen can't go any further up the order, so maybe VTech might be a good shout for this.
Yeah, and it looks like he's going to have... He just couldn't time that exit. He's going to get in the slipstream here, and it might have a shout to Parabolic. He's on the softer compound tire here. Down the inside line as Monkey Mafia chooses not to defend. Once again tries to send it all the way around the outside, but VTech has a shorter way around the track and has the better tire compound. And Monkey Mafia is down into 8th now. Jumps right back into the slipstream here. And he's going to overtake VTech. VTech doesn't choose to defend the inside line. Now we're dragging it down into turn 1, and VTech actually pulls away ever so slightly. But Monkey Mafia warrants the space and a little bit of contact there. And the two Ferrari-powered cars here duking it out through turn 1 and 2, and this time once again Monkey Mafia gets bested coming through turn 2, and those medium tire compound is just not helping them in the battles.
Yeah, so VTech actually held on to the ERS deployment for about a second longer than Monkey. I was watching that, and that was enough to sort of pull back ahead in towards the braking zone. Still a bit of contact, but VTech was far enough ahead to maintain the position. So yeah, really not working out for either of the gentlemen who stayed out on mediums, being Monkey and Dace, who's now 3 seconds back of the lead. In fact, no longer in second place either, as Nix slides past his teammate into Ascari's braking zone. Not with the greatest exit though, but you would imagine they will work together. I don't know if they're communicating. In fact, they're side by side now towards Alboreto as Houdini picks up a penalty. Nero Nix very cleverly allows Dace back in front before the detection zone, and will now probably DRS packs him very easily towards turn 1. As V-Shoot Queen, 4 seconds up the road, takes the points for fastest lap currently.
Fusel's within 6/10 of the two Williams ahead as they keep continually rotating positions. Imagine Nero Nix's should pull away here. Those softs probably won't fall off until the end of the race. We have a yellow flag here. Who's got caught up in turn 1?
Ladies, Forza Juve was on the gravel certainly there for a little bit, as VTech now looks to his inside through Kevin Grande. And Tifosi will now be cheering because they've got a driver into 6th place. Unfortunately, Houdini, the other Ferrari, 12th with a penalty. Doesn't look like he's going to be improving anytime soon.
So importantly, Fuselm has got a 3-second time penalty, but the closest driver behind him is 5.6 back, so he's cleared that penalty and then some. 2.6 seconds is the gap really between Fuselm and Hightower. So he's set to take 4th place, and once again the Williams up in 2nd and 3rd are switching it up here. Now Fuselm is actually looking to take a position from one of these two Williams, and I'm not sure if this is the best strategy for the Williams drivers here. Of course, Fuselm does have the penalty, but still.
Yeah, it certainly doesn't help them pursuing V-Shoot's Queen, but he's probably far enough up the road to not worry about at all anymore. 5.7 seconds would seem unassailable with about 4 laps to go. So yeah, that looks like a pretty solid wrapped-up victory for him, honestly. As we see, Smith at Alboreto losing the rear and now enters the pit, which promotes Nicky and Houdini. VTech now overtaken by Forza Houdini, yeah.
Chief Raids as well in 8th, just in behind. And these the softs and mediums should start getting fairly even. The mediums are definitely catching up now. The softs won't be able to pull away as much as we were seeing. They're starting to wear out.
True. Still a fantastic run for Nero Nix though. This will be massively beneficial for his championship, especially being ahead of, well, everyone who's in the championship contention at the moment. And we just don't know about detail currently. Hightower also having a good race for his championship in 5th place. Might see him moving up the order.
So Detail is in 8th, but he does have a penalty and could potentially drop back into 10th. So something, I'm going to keep my eye on that.
Oh, Fuselm around Alboreto loses the rear and loses the front right as well. Might be too late for a safety car, but he's definitely in a dangerous place.
I've seen a safety car pulled out for one lap, Jacko. Like,
Yeah, I'm aware of that. I think
yeah,
I was in that one.
yeah, it's so stupid. Only one driver caught the bloody car. Oh
I
my.
remember that was Van Voort, wasn't it?
Was it? Yeah, I think so. It was just the dumbest thing. VTEC's looking to come back at Forza here. Does these softs still have
Now, of
life in
course,
them?
for a top 5 as well.
And yeah.
Oh, contact, and around goes the Ferrari.
And he
Oh,
gets,
contact with the car behind as well. Chief Braids, I think it was. Nicky continually noms his way through positions in the field, up to 8th now, and there may be damage for Chief Braids, who knows?
and near Nix is going to overtake his teammate Dace now, and I mean,
Oh, a bit wide there. Oh, don't lose the rear. Oh,
oh my! Did you have the same? I'm assuming you had the same
I
camera angle
did.
I had. Yeah, that was pretty good.
Chief Braids with 3-second penalty, that could be quite costly because there are 2 cars within that. As Dace now will have DRS on his teammate. Massive battle here between the 2 Williams for the 2nd place. Hopefully for the team, both of them will be on the podium, as there's no straight line speed whatsoever for Nero Nix there. It does not deploy, and I think he's got a bit more downforce, so that was very easy for Dace. 7.5 seconds now up the road to V-Shoot's Queen.
A couple of former Div 1 OGs, Nicky and Monkey Mafia. Nicky coming through in 7th as he continually re-picks up points, as you quoted earlier, nom nom nom, up his way to 7th now.
Yeah, and that's actually a net 6th place because Chief Braids with that penalty is only 1.9 seconds in front of him. So Nicky with an absolutely epic recovery for the McLaren team. One car obviously out of the race. Chief Braids, I believe, does have damage because he is struggling in front. I think that would have been from that previous problem for VTEC we saw there.
So Division 1, Jin's still within 8/10 of Mystic here as they're on lap 21 of 27. Hash is sitting 3rd. Scabney's 5 seconds back in 4th, and Willans is 5 seconds back in 5th. But near Nix, who's got fastest lap here actually? V-Shoots Queen does with 1:21.687. I don't think anyone's gonna take that from him. 8 seconds ahead of 2nd place. Yeah, sorry, go ahead.
And the last lap has begun here. DRS was available at the near Nix, but Dace got an epic exit from the final turn. And Nero Nix was nowhere near opportunity to pass that time. And I think that's Dace's plan. He's going to try and keep that gap to around 7/8 at least, and just have no worries through the DRS zone that remains in this race. And he looks to be fairly safe actually in 2nd place.
Now, importantly as well, hardest charger. We have 2 drivers sitting with 7 positions gained, both with penalties though. So Chief Braids, he's going to move down 2 positions. Houdini's on the verge, is 1/10 separate, 5/500ths of a second separate himself and his teammate behind. So if he doesn't lose the position to his teammate, then he will get hardest charger. But if he does lose a position to his teammate, he'll end up tying with V-Shoots Queen. And oh, Nero Nix nearly loses it. Swinging around Parabolica is V-Shoots Queen. And V-Shoots is going to come over the line for the win in the Red Bull. Another very well raced race by V-Shoots. He's going to continually move up through the order. The 2 Williams come 2nd and 3rd. Nero Nix actually almost beats out Dace. Did you see what happened? How was that so
It looked like he just got a much better exit, but he never pulled out of the slipstream.
So here we go, Hightower 4th, Forza Ube 5th. Nicky jumps up into 6th. That's a good lesson. And looks like VTEC runs out of fuel, which is huge for Houdini. That'll get him the hardest charger, as SZ Smith did not set a time in qualifying, so he's not eligible. He's going to come over in 11th place here, and 9 drivers end up not finishing this race. We have 11 coming over for some points. I'm not sure if did anyone crash in the last couple of laps that's eligible for points?
I don't think so. I don't think so. Last retirement was Foos.
Is is Codemasters owned by Samsung or something? Was that a Samsung phone? They didn't put an iPhone in.
Product placement.
Yeah, not too bad, not too bad. So I'm pretty sure V-Shoot's Queen was down in Division 3 for most of the year and then got promoted into Division 2, and because that must be the reason, because he's all the way in 15th or 16th place in the Drivers' Championship, but obviously a win, and he was on another level here this evening. Great points for the Red Bull of V-Shoot's Green. Great points for the Williams there, so we'll see if that might change things up in the Drivers' Championship as Red Bull sit 1-2 with Williams. Days coming over second, Next third, Hightower fourth, Forza Juve fifth, Nikki with some great perseverance in sixth. You wanted the podium though, Jacko. Unfortunately, you couldn't get it. And Monkey Mafia 7th, Cheap Rays 8th, Houdini 9th, VTech 10th, SZ Smith in 11th, Fuseon won't get any points there, and the rest DNF. So now I guess we'll get the podium, and as well as Houdini in for the interviews. Oh, oh my! I'm on board with Division 1 here. Impossible Bacon, he crashes out on lap 24, and then Soy Loco, he crashes out on
No.
lap 24. Yeah, I'm sorry. No, I guess I should have called spoilers, but yeah, no, he's got to
No.
go.
Poor man.
Just, just the bad luck.
I actually have an invite to that, so I could actually theoretically go and join and spectate.
Oh, that's true. You should go
Put it
in
on
and
the
invite me.
background. Oh, it's grayed out. Can't be used any longer. Maybe because they had to restart. Yeah.
So it looks like we're gonna get all of them. So yeah, V Shoots is down, Near Nix Dace is down, and Houdini's down as well.
Excellent.
We have been getting ditched from time to time in the last little while here, but everyone seems to be interested. Oh, Details 8th.
Can you link me? Where's the? It's not in the live stream.
I'm watching. I was on Fallen Monkey's Twitch.
Okay.
I'll send you on Discord right now. So we got a safety car on lap 26 of 27. So the safety car is going to come in. No one's going to be able to catch it.
Oh my god.
Jin actually pitted.
Yeah, young DJ CJ is in third. What a legend.
Oh, is Jin actually going to be able to catch it? I think he is. Yeah, young DJ CJ's third. Wow, that's huge for him. He's on 14 lap old softs. Will Ans is on 20 lap old mediums. Wow.
Come on, Scabney's got to have a go.
Yeah, Scavney's gotta come at him. So,
Oh,
detail.
detail crashed.
Oh, she's gonna finish 12th.
No.
So confirmed he's gonna finish 12th. Unless.
Alright, well, that helps us.
Will he? Yeah,
Is
because.
this going to be a one-lap dash? What the hell? Scabney's going to do it, you know? He's pulling you out.
Just waiting for one more driver to join up here. Will Ans, ooh, already down into 6th. I guess this is Midwest Radio, hey?
Yeah. The radio playing.
Jin's gonna
It
try
actually
and
has
get
a
past.
penalty.
Oh, Jin outbreaks young DJ CJ. I was about to actually start controlling the camera on my controller. I'm not gonna lie. Jin's all over Scavney. Oh my. He's trying to bump past him. Well, I mean, he's not trying. He's just so much quicker. Mystic's already breaking away. We got a car spun out on the second Lesmo. Is that Murph and Sally? I think it is. Jin's down the inside line into Ascari. I want to change the camera angle again. Scavney has to back out. Jin's up into 2nd here. Scavney's in 3rd. Young DJ CJ's in 4th. He needs to keep it close in case Jin makes some sort of mistake. He does have the penalty. I don't know how much of a penalty he has. Currently sitting in 2nd. Mystic Joker is going to come over the line for the win. Oh my. What happened? Oh, he had a lot of penalties.
It was a 3-second penalty.
Oh.
Podium for young DJ CJ.
Yeah, that's massive. So Detail gets 12th. Okay. What does that do? So 51 points. Nero Nix came 3rd. 68 points. So 17-point difference. And Nero Nix is gonna be able to take 1st place. Detail's gonna jump up into 2nd. And Monkey Mafia. Where did Monkey Mafia finish?
8 seconds.
I think Tiger NASCAR is actually gonna fall out of promotion. But anywho, these guys are waiting in the waiting room. You all ready to go there, Jacko?
Yep.
Okay, I'll drag him in. Okay, everyone. Can we get some mic checks? We'll start with V-Shoots.
I'm here.
Yeah, you're good. Let's go Houdini. Can we hear you?
Check.
Yeah, you're good. Nero Nix. Oh, bye Nero. Daze, can you not hear us? Oh, for sakes. Daze, can you hear us? Daze? Daze? Nero?
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Daze, we've talked to you in Discord before. I'm sure your mic works. But anywho, we'll get
there we go. Sorry, I had myself on mute.
Okay, no worries. All right,
Sorry,
we're all
guys.
good. We're all good to go.
Yes.
All right, so quite the exciting one in Division 2. A lot of safety cars kind of slowed up the pace of it all. But we got V-Shoots Queen coming over for the win in the end. After the safety car restart, you just kind of took over. Did the safety car really play into your hands there for you to come over with the win there, V-Shoots?
I don't think so. The safety car come out. I was heading into the pits anyway, so I don't really know if it affected track position, because maybe Days came out not really that much ahead because of the safety car, but I think I would have been able to overtake him.
A quick shout out, sorry, Toby Welsh with the follow, thank you very much. Yeah, so the safety car really did mistime Dace there. He was kind of forced to stay out on mediums, where you guys had kind of perfectly played into your medium tire strategy. And Dace,
Yeah.
yeah,
No
Dace,
safety car, and I had a 4-second gap.
yeah, so it did benefit you a little bit from what it did benefit you, and I think Nier Nix as well. But Nier started
Oh,
off
yeah.
back, so it was yeah, very well raced by you there, B Shoots. Hard fought victory, and you kind of just were able to, once you got ahead, just open up the gap. So how much of a wrench did the wet qualifying kind of throw into it for you?
I was actually on a really good lap. That was pretty good. And at the end, at the exit of Parabolica, I spun out and I crashed. But I was 7 tenths up, and that was gonna be like 2 tenths down on what was pole. And during that lap, I touched the gravel on the exit of turn 5. So I think I would have gotten pole.
Okay. Yeah, it was a tough one, definitely, with the wet compound. Now, I'm assuming you definitely set your car up for the race, for your
Yes.
yeah. So, but yeah, tough qualifying. You came over with a win. Very well done. Now you're actually currently sitting in like 15th or whatnot. This is really going to jump you up in the standings. You must have gotten promoted from Division 3 or something, right?
Yeah, I've gotten from Division 6 in this season up to Division 2.
Oh, well, there you go. Look at that. Yeah, so you're definitely going to be in Division 2 for at least next. You're going to be fighting for promotion for Division 2 next season, I'm assuming.
Yeah, there isn't many spots open in Division 1. Yeah.
Yeah. So, anyhow, best of luck there. I'll kick you over to Jacko there. Let's see what Jacko has for you.
Well, once again, Crash, you steal all the good questions.
Sorry. I need to ask
But
just
yeah, I
one and
guess-
then kick it to you from now on, and then I'll come back after.
I'll basically continue on Crash's thought process. Do you think you'll be able to challenge in Division 1 soon, or you think another season, maybe championship victory in Division 2, and you might be able to move up that season later into Division 1?
I think if a spot isn't available in Division 1, I'll have to race another season in Division 2 just to get promoted, and then I'll be able to get into Division 1 and race there.
And what about competitiveness? Have you raced any of those guys before? Do you know where you roughly would stack up? In your opinion?
Yes, I've raced them, but there's been on 1 and 2 that are just on another level. They're just way too fast. I think I may fight for podiums, but to win the championship is gonna be pretty hard, and might have to work a lot for that.
Fair enough. That's a good assessment. Well, from our perspective, you've been a fantastic competitor. We saw you at Silverstone victory in Division 3 at the time, I think it was. So you're 100% for when Crash and I are watching.
Yeah.
Where your good luck
Well done.
charms?
I don't know. I hope I don't lose it.
Yeah, you know, we have a way of either cursing or helping people. So just be happy that you're on the positive side of our
That's right.
of our powers.
Okay.
Okay, yeah. Best of luck. I'm sure we'll see you in Division 1 at some point. Hopefully you can climb up the end of the ranks through Division 2, and maybe you can reserve in Division 1 at some point here. So good luck next week. Hopefully we'll see you soon and talk to you soon.
Yep. Thank you.
We'll get on to Dace, as I believe you just held off your teammate Nero Nix there for second place. Now, Jack, I'm just going to ask him one question, then you can talk, okay? So, don't get mad at me. As I blank. So, yeah, you've kind of felt like the win was somewhat kind of, or the opportunity for the win was kind of taken away from you here today, eh?
Yeah, I think I did the hard work, and then the safety car kind of just took it away. I think I played the first 3 safety cars, and the first stint, I think I played it perfectly because I think I had 3.5, almost 4 seconds when I pit, and then I made a bunch of overtakes, so I knew I was going to come out quite a bit ahead. So I didn't think anybody was going to be able to get close after that.
Yeah, it's a tough pill to swallow. Definitely did catch it on stream there, but I'm sure you'll be back. So I'll hand you to Jacko quickly, then I'll finish off with the questions there, so Jacko doesn't get mad at me.
All right. So we saw the Williams battling together there. It didn't look like there was much communication with you two. You weren't sort of trying to catch up to Vinci or even trying to hold off the cars behind. So was that a straight up battle?
No, it was coordinated. We were trying to DRS a little farther away from P4, so we were working together on that one.
Okay. Well, it seemed like he had a lot better straight line speed than Nero. Perhaps we can confirm that when we talked to him. But was that what you felt as well? Was that why it was easier to hold on to P2?
It felt like it. I'm not sure if it was I think we were running the same wings, so it could have been my setup just giving me just a tad more speed. But yeah, in the DRS, I felt like I was kind of a rocket behind him.
It certainly looked that way. Well, commiserations on not being able to win. Of course, the safety car really did. At least
I'll take the P2. I'm just trying to claw my way into the relegation.
But yeah, great fight through there, and in fact, the pole position lap very impressive as well. So congratulations to P2.
Oh, you're safe from relegation. I mean, now you're really just kind of
No, I mean trying to get myself up into D1 relegation,
okay.
If it's still possible.
Yeah, fair enough. I mean, a couple of drivers were stagnant today, so it definitely does help the podium. So you still gotta hope. There's races left. We'll be on board with you guys once more time this season on at Coda. What's your confidence there for next time we see you?
It's one of my favorite tracks, so I feel pretty good there. Honestly, I'm happy with the P2 today. I think I could have had the win, but this is my worst track on the game, so I'll take it.
Really? You don't hear that much with Monza.
No, it's an unpopular opinion, but I despise this track with a hot, burning passion.
Well then.
Hey, I'm with you.
Oh my. Oh, sorry, quickly, Melodies, thanks for the follow, appreciate it. But yeah, that's a bold take, really, I guess. I didn't know you felt that way, Jacko. How's that never came up?
Yeah, I don't know. You haven't asked me.
I guess so.
I don't think we raced there when I was racing in Division 1, so that might have been part of it.
Fair enough. But yeah, anywho, Dace, we know you got the pace to kind of claw your way back up in Division 1. We'll see if you got the consistency. So best of luck to the end of the season, and hopefully we can talk to you again in Coda.
Yep, you guys have a good one.
You as well. Now, dear Nix, you are truly battling for promotion here. You are right up at the top, and you're actually going to overtake for first place in Division 2. How good does that sound?
Well, I've been in first place for quite a while now, so I guess it's normal because I lost the last race because my tires were really worn, and I spun at Baku. I can't remember the number of the turn, but I know it was like at the end of the track. It's the one that you go left and then you have to brake really hard and go left again. I'm not really sure what the name of the corner is, but my tires were worn. I decided to use ERS, and I was on dirty air, so my car just went sideways, and that was my race. Lap 22. That could have been a 1-2 for Williams again, but yeah, that wasn't very fun for me. Now, for terms for this race, it was impressive. I thought I was going to finish P5, but the safety cars did help me quite a lot. A thing that did bother me a bit at the start of the race is that I got a really good start because I jumped to 5 places. Thing is, the game said, no, you have to give everybody's position back. And I was like, wait, why? I just overtook them on the right. I didn't know that it was illegal to overtake on the right on, where it's written the name's game. It was really weird. I didn't understand why I had to give every single position back. I didn't know you had to do that. It was really weird. It's new for me. but I guess it's part of the game. Again, the safety cars did work a treat, and at the end of the race, me and Dace were just basically chilling. The problem was I didn't have enough pace because for some reason I don't know how this happened, but into the what are the names of the right-handers?
The Lesmos.
Nose.
The Lesbos. Yeah, I don't know how this happened, but for some reason the underbody of the car clipped part of the track. How? I don't know, and I got underbody damage.
A lot
So
of
my
drivers were
top
complaining
speed,
about that in other divisions as well.
yeah, I honestly don't know how that happened. It just came up. It just said, "Oh," Jeff told me, "Oh, you've got slight underbody damage." I was like, "Wait, what?" I know the car like jumped just a little bit, but still, it was really weird. I've never seen that happen. I've been racing since 2019, and it never happened to me. It was the first time I've ever seen that problem. I understand that now that the underbody damage is a new thing, but still, it's really weird because I didn't feel like I was losing pace, but I was. So that's how at the end I just kept on talking to Dace, and I just said, let's just pull away from the guys behind us because we can't catch shoots because I have underbody damage. You have medium tires, so we won't really catch up. So just separate as much as we could. At the end, I told uh, Dace to like slow down, so we finished really close. And then, I guess it was an interesting race from last to third. I enjoyed it because the thing is, points are points. It's fine by me.
Oh, it took away my
Sounds good
final
to me.
question there. I was going to ask you if points were points.
Yeah, I guess because I how many points is it? It's around like what 67 points for third.
Yeah, you definitely cleared everyone into first place, but yeah, third place is third is 68. Second place
68.
is 72, and the fastest lap. Who took V shoots? I think you took fastest lap, didn't you?
Yeah, he did.
Yeah. So that's an extra 4 bonus points for V shoots there, rounding him to an even 80 on the evening. But yeah, so great day from Williams. You guys should be able to launch yourself back up into the Constructors Championship lead. So that's good to hear as well.
Oh,
as
yeah.
Red Bull. You and Red Bull seem to be having a nice little rivalry throughout this season. Why don't you tell me a little bit about that?
Well, I've fought with Tiger NASCAR. What did kind of odd me out was what exactly happened to him because I know he was in a certain point, he was behind me, and then all of a sudden he just wasn't there. You spectating? Did you see what happened to him? Because he did DNF this race, right?
Yeah,
And that was very early at
Yeah.
Ascari.
yeah.
Oh, so that's what happened.
So yeah, he was only there.
He
for a
ended up
short
spinning
period
off to
of
the
time.
right.
Mm.
But anywho, Jacko, you got any questions for Nero before we get on to Houdini?
Yes, actually. What went wrong in qualifying? Was it disqualified for what exactly?
Oh, it was like stupid because I believe that in the rain they should at least give you a bit more leeway because you do move a lot slower, and I had to let 2 cars by me, and I just could not move. If I moved, I would have hit someone because I was going backwards on the track at that point. I had to spin around. I didn't have enough time because people are moving really slow on the rain, and for some reason the game doesn't comprehend that. So I believe that I got disqualified because of that. Because I hit the wall because I wasn't able to control it coming through for my next lap to like get a proper lap in. Because obviously on the rain you do need a couple of laps to get a good lap in. But yeah, I hit the wall. I spun. I had to wait for people to go by, but I literally did not have enough time, and I got disqualified.
Okay. Yeah, we've seen that before in Midwest. So yeah, it's very unfortunate. In fact, we saw it with 2 different people in this session, so you're not alone.
Yeah, yeah, I saw that as well. It was unfortunate. I believe they should at least if it's gonna penalize you to disqualify you, it should give you just a bit more time when it's on the rain.
A good point. We'll bring it up with Codemasters, not that they'll listen to us.
Yeah.
All right, well, that's bad luck, but at least you recovered very well in the race, and championship lead for you going forward is a epic bonus, I'd say.
Oh yeah, that's for sure.
Best of luck, Niru. Maybe we'll be talking to you
Thank
in
you.
2 weeks' time in Coda.
Oh sure.
Now we'll get on to Houdini, the man who's on a drivers' championship division winning streak. Now it's very much in jeopardy. Now you're starting to run out of races. I mean, that can't be in the back of your mind, but is it?
Unfortunately, it definitely is because last week I felt really good with Baku. It's one of the tracks that I enjoy the most, and I get into about an hour before the race, and my brakes don't work, and I reset. I restart the PlayStation so many times. I've done everything I can with the pedals, and my brake literally like I'm flat out on the throttle, and my brakes are halfway without me pressing them, so the brakes don't work. So I went into the last race thinking I don't think I can actually finish this. I literally I started last place I think, trying to get something that was safe, and it didn't work. So I let everybody go. I was going to see if the pedals might work. I thought they might actually after the first turn or two, and I go into about midway through the lap, and I just go right into the barrier. I was fully on the brakes, and the brake pedal didn't register anything, and I went right into it, DNF. So thanks to DHL and a company in Spain, I flew pedals in about 3 days, and I was able to race today. So that's how I've been battling back by completely replacing my pedals.
Oh, I was gonna ask that. I'm just kidding.
Yep. So
That's a crazy little story, though. Holy crap!
It is. I was literally not able to race at all. Like right before on the formation lap, I had reset my. I totally unplugged my wheel, thinking hopefully I can restart something. And I hadn't had this big problem before, and I couldn't get anything going again. So without my foot on the brake pedal, it was about halfway down on the brake pedal with a glitch. So I literally it's totally unraceable, and it was a safety risk to even be on track if that was how I was going to race. So that was why I couldn't do anything last week. I feel like I could have been at least the top 10 last week, but not in the cards. Today though, I have a new set of pedals, recently calibrated. So I didn't feel like I had great pace today, but I knew that if I kept it clean, I'd at least get something.
Fair enough, and that's exactly what you did, getting the hardest charger on top of a top 10 finish. So not too bad. I'll hand you off to Jacko. I heard him kind of wanted to speak up there.
Yeah, so I mean, Tifosi won't be too happy with this Monza race for you or your teammate, but both finishing in top 10 is a decent guess for sticking in there. Did you see any crashes around you, any close calls that you had to avoid in order to make it to the end?
Yeah, there were definitely some close calls throughout the race, and whether my teammate was ahead of me or behind me, because he started ahead of me, I got in front of him early on. He had a little bit better pace, and just with the different people on different tire compounds with the different safety cars, we had some different calls to make. So it was definitely a team effort. He had great pace, and it was one of those like, let's both push as much as we can and see what we can do. So top 10 for both of us is a good result, and we got to carry that to a little bit higher in the top 10 a little bit later.
Very good. Well, yeah, that's really unfortunate about the brake pedal situation. Maybe next time, if you see that, you got to pause and activate the controller and just go 3 seconds a lap slower than your actual pace for the race and try and finish it. Yeah, at least you got a new set for now.
Yeah, I wish that was the case because last week was totally unraceable, and I couldn't go back. I actually have my old pedal set, the plastic set that comes with the T300, but with no assist. For me it's unraceable, and I'm not going to go back to old settings. So it was overpay for it on eBay, and I actually flew it in through Spain for less than that. So that's what I had to do, and we made it work.
Yeah, I mean that's 3 days is very in the current world climate as well.
Yeah, that's quite.
Yeah, very
impressive.
impressive.
I'm hoping you tipped.
I did. I actually waved to the DHL guy as he walked back to the to his truck. So it was a good camaraderie moment.
You went and gave him a hug. Well, that's good. It's good that you're able to, you and DHL were able to persevere and get you out on the track in Monza here.
Yeah, not the DHL fastest lap, but I'll take the fastest pedal delivery.
Fastest delivery.
Yeah, there you go. There you go.
We got to call up Pork Chop, see if there's a point for that.
I mean, I know DHL sponsors ESL, which is Counter-Strike League. I mean, maybe they could work their way into the Midwest F1 League for a little bit of a sponsorship as well, especially with a heartwarming story like that.
I will give them my full testimonial.
There we go. Well, hopefully something for the future there. But we've got Portimao coming up next for you. We won't be there to watch it, but what's your confidence going in there? You think you're going to get onto the podium there?
It's a very interesting track. I think Codemasters does a great job of capturing it realistically. You have to be careful with your setup, and racing there is definitely difficult. I wouldn't say a podium is a for sure thing. I'm going to be fighting my way through as much as I can, like I do all the time. I would say I will give it my best, and with the proper setup, with good race strategy, there's a lot of opportunity. So I wouldn't say it's a guarantee for me or another driver. I think it's actually a great opportunity for the league and for D2 to have a podium or even a top 10 that you don't always see. So I think it's driver skill, and I think you also have to set up your car very carefully. So it's a very interesting race to go into, because the fastest people are not guaranteed to be in the top 5, in my opinion.
Okay, well, something to look out for then next week. Very, very well answered. We'll see how it plays out. Best of luck going into Portimao there.
Appreciate it. Great comms, guys. Thanks.
No worries, no worries. Any shoutouts before, or anything from you, Jacko, to the drivers before I ask for their shoutouts or whatnot?
No, just really entertaining once again. I wish we could, watch both championship battles in Division 1 and Division 2 live, but fortunately it's not possible. I'm looking forward to being back, though, for the Austin race to watch all you guys once again, though.
Yeah. But yeah, any shoutouts there, Houdini, near next few shoots? You guys good? You want to say hi to your mom? Anything?
Nah, it's all good.
Nah.
I love you, Mom and Dad.
There you go.
Hey!
Always one, always one. Best of luck, guys. We'll talk to you soon. Alright, Jacko. Well, that's Monza in the books. I mean, Pork Chop's got a shout out. No, you didn't. Different Pork Chops. Monza's in the book. It was a fun one. Was it 3 or 4 safety cars? It was just 3, right?
4, was it not? Lap 1, lap 4, lap 12 or whatever it was. 13 or what? Something like that. Oh no, 3, because there wasn't one at the end. I forgot that the other one we were watching was Division 1.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah,
so
3, you're right.
3 safety cars though, still excitement throughout the entire thing, and it kind of blew by. I'm not sure about you, but I felt like that kind of went by quickly, the race.
Well, you know why, Crash?
Why is that, Jacko?
All the races except Monaco are the same distance, so the one that has the fastest average speed will go fast quickest time-wise. Monza's that. So
Yeah,
Monza should be the quickest.
We had 3 safety cars though.
And we have lots of safety cars everywhere else as well.
I mean, I guess so. But alright, Monza's in the books. It was a fun one. Safety cars.
And also, when it was safety car period, you were watching other divisions.
That is also true. So I was constantly having racing going in my vision. So that's very true. Very true. Okay. On to Portimao. What's your take on Portimao? I'll bring that picture up quick. yeah.
Alright, so I raced there once. It didn't go well for me. I know Mystic's got pace, along with a couple of others. I would
That's
expect
that's
to
a
see
very
him.
bold take, Jacko. Might I add? But
I mean,
continue your thought.
thank you. But I mean, like pace more than usual. Like, we'll see what the others can manage. But I think he's definitely the favourite. I mean, that's no surprise, but possibly more so than usual. I quite an interesting take though. I don't know if you remember Giroud. He raced once or twice in F2 at least.
Yep.
But he's Portuguese himself,
Pork
and
cheese,
in a
yes.
race where we raced there, Jin actually made contact with him, and Giroud went through the Visit Portugal foam board on the way to the wall, which was quite ironic for him
Extreme.
since he's already in Portugal.
Yeah.
So yeah, it's an interesting track, very undulating. In fact, I think the most elevation change throughout the season. So it's actually got a lot of blind corners, which make it quite difficult if you don't know the track. So we may see some drivers off their usual pace. Who knows? Yeah, it'll be interesting to see what happens. Pit exit, is a bit crazy as well.
Yeah. I mean, Houdini was calling for a little bit of chaos, so we'll see. There might be a little bit of anarchy next week. But yeah,
A little bit of chaos.
A little bit of chaos. That's always, yeah. That's my band name, actually.
Nice.
I'm not in a band, but if I was, that'd be a good band name.
It would.
As well as 2 days as a squirrel. that's a pretty good one, eh?
I like that.
Yeah, 2 days as a squirrel. Like, come on, that'd be an awesome band name. That'd be a band name that Pork Chops would go see if he's still in the chat. I think he is. But yeah, I'm looking forward to Portimao. I'm excited to see what we're gonna get. It's gonna be a fun one. I've done his time trials on it, so I'm excited to see how it's actually raced. But yeah.
It's going to be great because we've got 4 rounds to go, and 3 of them are going to be on the new tracks that have been downloaded during the lifetime of the game. So
Yeah.
that will be very interesting.
Yeah, it could change up a lot of things. So, because these are all tracks that not a lot of drivers have time in unless they're in like another game. So there's gonna be minimal races for a lot of these drivers on the tracks that we're heading into, other than COTA, of course. So a lot to look forward here in the Midwest F1 League. But yeah, that is it for us here this Thursday night. It's been a great one. 6:30 Pacific, 9:30 Eastern, as per usual. We'll be back next Wednesday with F2. Jacko, of course, will be racing in that, so you can come check him out and see what he can do in the F2 cars. But anywho, anything left from you, Jacko? Anything to be said?
I think you wrapped it up perfectly, and looking forward to next week already.
Well, shucks you darn. Thank you very much. Hopefully we'll see everyone next week in Portugal. Have a good weekend. Enjoy whatever is to enjoy in your life, and stay safe out there. Thank you for tuning into the Midwest F1 League. I've been Crash McQueen. I've been, of course, joined by my co-host Elmo Jacko. We've been Midwest F1 League. Good night.